before Sylvester Stallone became one of the biggest movie stars in the world, and before Henry Winkler became one of the biggest TV stars in the world, they did this small film about greasers that they pretty much did in a bid to just kind of get out there, get noticed. And no, I'm not saying that this movie is as good as Happy Days or as good as the Rocky films, but I do think that if you are a big fan of Sylvester Stallone and Henry Winkler, it'd be kind of cool to see some of their origins. So the movie deals with these 4 greasers from the Flatbush area in New York City. There's Chico, who's Perry King, Stanley, who's Sylvester Stallone, Butchie, who's Henry Winkler, and Wimpy, who's Paul Mace. This movie happens to shift its focus mostly towards Perry King and Sylvester Stallone. So the movie is kind of like a typical high school film in the sense that it talks about the rebellion of youth, the angst of youth, the fun that they want to have, the girls that they're dating, all that kind of stuff. You know, because this movie is from the 70s, taking place in the 1950s, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I've always liked that whole greaser sort of thing. That's why I love the movie Grease, and I've always loved Happy Days and the Fonz. So, yeah, I guess you could say that I was kind of a sucker for this film. I mean, like, of course, I've always loved Stallone and Winkler, but having them both as greasers, and in the case of Henry Winkler, a different kind of greaser, I was an easy target for that, I'll admit. The movie focuses on Perry King and Sylvester Stallone. Perry King, he tries to go out with the new girl in school. She's played by Susan Blakely, and they don't really mesh well together a whole lot because Perry King is a greaser and she is a goody-goody. And then there's Sylvester Stallone, who must deal with his overbearing, bitchy girlfriend. Eventually, when she finds out that she could very well be pregnant, she's really pushing him into getting married. But, you know, underneath all that stuff, with all these guys, they're just a group of guys in their late teens, even though they're actually in their late 20s. Just trying to have a good time, just trying to navigate through life in the 1950s. Yes, this is a completely harmless film. There isn't really a whole lot of really masterclass anything. But, you know, as I said, I do think that if you are a big fan of greasers or Stallone and Winkler, then yeah, I do think that Lords of Flatbush would be kind of worth seeing. I think that Lords of Flatbush is a passable film and a good stroll down memory lane. So I'll give Lords of Flatbush 1974 3 stars out of 4. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you again next time.